Today's episode is sponsored by Dehancer. About a month ago, the team at Dehancer reached out to me and asked if I'd like to test their film simulation plugin. I was flattered. For me, it was an opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and try a different creative process, shooting digital, even though I shoot film most of the time. The concept of film simulation isn't new. It became a big topic when Fujifilm started marketing it in their digital cameras. Then came the debate, real film versus simulated film. Personally, I'm not here to pick a side because at the end of the day, the goal is the same, that everybody loves film. Whether it's the colors, the mood, or the feeling, people just love beautiful things and use different ways to achieve them. I had never tried any film simulation tools before. And to be honest, I thought they were just filters, until I tried Dehancer. At first, opening the plugin felt overwhelming with all the menus and controls. But don't worry, it's not as complicated as it looks. In real film photography, the process usually goes like this. You pick a film stock, take your photo, and develop it. Depending on the film stock, you end up with either negatives or reversal film. Then, you can scan it for a digital archive or print it as a physical photo. With Dehancer, it's the same idea. You'll see options like film profile, that's your film stock, film developer, and print. The team behind this software are clearly film lovers. I can feel that. Because they're not just only simulate the final look, they simulate the entire process of shooting on film.
About 152 kilometers, continue straight.
Since I don't own much digital equipment, I used my film scanning setup to test it out. My Sony a7R III and a Sigma 105mm micro lens. Come and be with me. This is the raw photo taken with the Sony a7R III. Now let's edit it using Dehancer. I'll show you my typical editing workflow. First, according to the guidelines, I should tune down the exposure by 1 stop, lower the contrast by 40, raise the blacks by 60, and so on. However, in my practice, I prefer not to adjust the exposure. This step is meant to create as flat an image as possible, giving you more flexibility for the next stage of editing. Now for the fun part, choosing a film profile. There are so many film stocks to choose from, but which one is the best? In my opinion, it depends on the lighting condition of your photo. For example, this photo was taken during the morning blue hour, just before sunrise. A color reversal film is a good match for this lighting, so I choose Fujichrome Provia 100F. It gives the image a beautiful pinkish hue and sets a lovely mood. The push and pull settings adjust brightness, color, and contrast. I usually push 1 or 2 stops for black and white film to achieve a more contrasty look. For color reversal film, though, I generally leave it as is. Of course, you can tweak these settings to suit your creative vision. On the right-hand side of the interface, you'll find all the editing tools. Since we've already done some basic adjustments in Lightroom, there's no need to touch the source menu. I like to think of the remaining menus in 3 parts. Film Developer, Film Compression, and Expend simulate the film developing process. These tools help you achieve technically correct colors and set the dynamic range. Print and Color Head simulate the optical enlargement process, where you can work on color grading. Film grain, halation, bloom, film damage, overscan, and vignette are like special effects for your digital photo. Let's start with the developing process. First, I adjust Expand to set the black and white points, ensuring the dynamic range is right for the photo. I use the Luma option here because it allows me to tweak the luminance without affecting the colors. Next, I adjust the photo developer settings to refine the colors and contrast. Since this is an evenly lit photo with no clipping, I don't need to use film compression. Next is the printing stage. For color reversal film, it's better to choose the linear print option instead of Kodak Endura glossy paper, which is more suited for color negatives. In traditional optical enlargement, you'll need to run dozens of tests to find the perfect color balance. But here, sliders make the process much faster and easier. At this point, you could stop, or you could add some special effects to give your digital photo a more film-like character. Be careful with these effects, though. Some can be quite strong. The ones I use most often are film grain, halation, and bloom. But it depends on the photo. I don't apply them every time. On the other hand, I think embracing the unique character of digital photography can also be a pretty cool style choice.
Come and be with me. I am and I am eternity. I long jealously only just to be with you. So come and fade into the light. Join the other colors bright. Come and be with me. Oh, come ascend into the dark night. Lose your pride and gain your sight. Come and be with me.
Dehancer isn't just available as a desktop version, it also comes with an iOS app. It includes the same features as the desktop version, with major tools like film profiles, Expend, Print, Developer, Color Head, Film Grain, Halation, and more. It's really fun to use. Seems like you have a little darkroom in your hands.
Proceed to the route.
So, how was this journey of trying the Dehancer plugin? Honestly, it's a very cool piece of software. You can feel the power of modern technology. It lets you do so much. That said, I don't think digital can ever truly become a film, just as film can become digital. They're both great. They're just a completely different creative process and aesthetic choices. It's not about one being better than another. As a post-production tool, Dehancer is a very welcome addition. It's incredibly versatile. In my workflow, I see Dehancer as both a testing tool and a learning tool. There are a lot of film profiles in Dehancer. Some has been discontinued for a long time, and some I've never had a chance to try myself. With Dehancer, I can test them out, get a feel for the film stock, and see if it works for me. It also encourages me to use digital cameras more in my creative process. I can practice my skills without worrying about expensive costs, and I've always enjoyed trying something new. Of course, there are always room for improvements. Since different digital camera brands baked in their own color profiles, choosing a film profile in Dehancer sometimes feels like transforming one color to another. Shooting in RAW helps, but adding specific camera profiles could make color transformations even more accurate. Also, there's currently only one photo paper simulation for printing, Kodak Endura Glossy Paper. I'd love to see more options, like Fujicolor or Alfred papers for black and white prints. Alright, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching, and a big thanks to Dehancer for letting me test their plugin. If you are interested in Dehancer and want to try it out, you can use my code to get 10% off. Happy New Year and all the best. See you guys in the next video. Peace.